Al Capone, Ernest Hemingway, and the Iran-Contra affair are all on this day. Welcome back to On This Day. Today's date is May 4th, 2022. It is the 124th day of the year. We got 241 days left. It is the 18th Wednesday in the 19th week and the 46th day of spring. And if you happen to have a child born this year, grandchild, whatever, they are the Chinese zodiac sign of the tiger. Yeah, this is the year of the tiger. If they were born in 2010, 1998, or 1986, also the tiger. May 4th is Star Wars Day, kind of like May the 4th be with you, and we talked about that last year, so we're not going to talk about it this year. Today is National Orange Juice Day. On May 4th, National Orange Juice Day recognizes America's most popular breakfast drink. Orange juice holds a large margin over second place, which is apple juice. People have been waking up to a glass of orange juice for many years and enjoying the health benefits it gives. Orange juice is actually, if you can get it really fresh and not, pasteurized and run through all kinds of processing, it's extremely healthy for you. Now, we all know that, but years ago I saw this chart that showed the vitamin content of different juices and stuff, and orange juices blew everything away. All right, let's see what else May 4th has given us. 1626, Dutch explorer Peter Minuet arrives in New Netherlands, which is present-day Manhattan Island. 1859, the Cornwall Railway opens across Royal Albert Bridge, linking Devon to Cornwall in England. 1904, the United States begins construction on the Panama Canal. So a lot of people don't know this, but it wasn't originally the United States' idea. We didn't start this. We weren't even the first people to think about it. The earliest record of someone coming up with this idea was in 1534 when Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor and King of Spain, ordered a survey to find a faster route between Spain and Peru, which they pretty much owned at that point. They were basically trying to seek a military advantage over the Portuguese, who had interest in the area as well. That's another story entirely. And most of that survey was done in the Isthmus of Panama. Now, they surveyed it, and they came to the conclusion that Panama would be the best route to do it, but it was deemed too costly and pretty much impossible at that point. Flash forward to 1668, the English took a crack at it. Again, they surveyed it, and they did a lot of research, and nothing became of it. Again, they found it too expensive and too hard, so the idea just kind of went away. About 120 years later, in 1788, American Thomas Jefferson, who at the time was the minister of France, suggested that Spain should actually build this since they controlled the colonies where the actual canal would be built. And it wasn't just about time. It was very treacherous to go around South America in the ships that they had then. It still sort of is to this day. I mean, that's a rough part of the ocean right there. But it was safety and it was speed. For a long time, they've been looking for a faster route to get to the Pacific Ocean because a lot of trade was done in China and the East Indies. Now, there were other tries at this. The King of Scotland actually suggested that they should put ports on each side of Panama and build an overland route where they would actually unload on the east side and reload on another ship on the west side and vice versa. But that attempt was abandoned too because going across that land, it was pretty inhospitable. I've lived in Panama. I can't imagine living in that place without electricity, fans and air conditioning and all that other stuff. It's rough. In 1881, the first real construction started with the French. 4 years earlier, Napoleon had actually ordered another survey, and they came up with a plan, and in 1881, the plan got rolling. Their plan ran into all kinds of problems. I mean, construction there, they tried to go throughout the year, but the rainy season kind of put the hold on most of the construction because the dry season's only 4 months a year in Panama. On top of that, they had yellow fever problems, malaria, and other tropical diseases. So the first company that was tasked to do this kind of gave up, and then in comes the second company in 1894. They soon learned that this task was a little more than they'd planned for, and they kind of kept a skeleton crew for that size project, about 1,000 people, that continued to work on it so they can keep their contract alive, and they tried to basically sell the contract. One thing leads to another, and the United States finally steps in and finishes up what we have to this day. Actually, there's two now. There's the original one, and then there's a larger one. I'll be going through it on a Norwegian Cruise Line cruise here in 2024. Tell you all about it. 1927, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is incorporated. 1932, in Atlanta, mobster Al Capone begins serving an 11-year prison sentence for tax evasion. 1953, Ernest Hemingway wins the Pulitzer Prize for The Old Man and the Sea. Great book. The movie was pretty good too. Amazing book. 1959, the first annual Grammy Awards is held. 1989, the Iran-Contra affair. Former White House aide Oliver North is convicted of 3 crimes and acquitted of 9 other charges. The convictions are later overturned on appeal. I was in the military while all that nonsense was going on. There's a lot of shenanigans with that whole situation, in my opinion, that didn't come out. 1998, a federal judge in Sacramento, California gives the Unabomber, Theodore Kaczynski, 4 life sentences plus 30 years after Kaczynski accepts a plea agreement sparing him from the death penalty. Strange note, as much as they could be friends, him and that idiot Timothy McVeigh from the Oklahoma City bombing, they became friendly in prison. 2007, Greensburg, Kansas is almost completely destroyed by a 1.7 mile wide EF5 tornado. Happening now, a Supreme Court leak. Apparently the Supreme Court the other day had a leak. They're looking to overturn or in some way or shape or form adjust Roe v. Wade, which is the, famous abortion ruling and all that stuff, legalizing abortion in the United States. Well, apparently they're getting ready to maybe overturn it or whatever. All the details aren't out yet. We'll soon find out, but there was a leak, and that is major. There haven't been many instances of this in the history of the United States, so we'll see how that one pans out. Movies released on May 4th, 1984, 16 Candles. This is one of the greatest movies from my youth. If you've never seen 16 Candles, I'd suggest it, especially if you have teenagers. Have them watch it. It's an amazing movie. It starred Molly Ringwald, Anthony Michael Hall, John and Joan Cusack, and Michael Scofield, I believe that's his name. He played Jake on the movie, and back in the day, he was an extremely good-looking young man. He was a model and all this, but he played the heartthrob of the movie. Great story about him. He got to a point not long after this movie was made, and he was kind of a star, I guess you could say. He just decided to walk away from Hollywood. He had a wife and some kids and decided that wasn't the life he wanted to live, and he moved to Pennsylvania, I believe it's Pennsylvania, and became a furniture maker. He owns his own shop, I guess, and just makes furniture. But this is one of John Hughes's greatest movies. If you don't know John Hughes, he did everything that we all watched in the 1980s. This is John Hughes's movies in the early 80s and late 80s. Mr. Mom, National Lampoon Vacation, 16 Candles, National Lampoon European Vacation, which sucked, Weird Science, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Some Kind of Wonderful, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, She's Having a Baby, The Great Outdoors, Uncle Buck, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, Career Opportunities, Dutch, Curly Sue, and then he went on to write a whole bunch of other movies using a fake name, Edmond Dantes, Drill Bit Taylor, the Beethoven movies, Just Visiting, Dennis the Menace, a bunch of other movies. It's an amazing director and writer. Born on May 4th, 1929, Audrey Hepburn, iconic star of Breakfast at Tiffany's. She won an Oscar and a BAFTA Award and a Golden Globe Award for her performance in Roman Holiday. In 1993, she received a Screen Actors Guild Lifetime Achievement Award. She was actually poised to be an outstanding ballerina when her acting career took off and the ballerina thing fell by the wayside. In 2008, AFI voted her the 3rd greatest female screen legend in American history. Right on May 4th, 2009, we lost Dom DeLuise, American actor, comedian, and chef, best known for collaborations with director Mel Brooks and a string of Burt Reynolds movies. Yeah, he was in like Smoking the Bandit 2 and all kinds of other things. I like Dom DeLuise. He was great. Dom DeLuise died of kidney failure on May 4th, 2009 at St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, California at the age of 75. He'd been battling cancer, diabetes, and high blood pressure and everything else like that. Burt Reynolds paid tribute to Dom DeLuise in the Los Angeles Times, saying that as you get older and start to lose people you love, you think about it more. And I was dreading this moment. Dom always made me feel better when he was around, and there will never be another one like him. Mel Brooks said he created so much joy and laughter on the set that you couldn't get any work done. He also said it's hard to think of a life and a world without him. I loved his part at the end of Blazing Saddles. It's just, he's perfect. All right, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, be nice to each other.